All right, we should be live. I'm going to double check to make sure that my volume here is good. And for some reason it didn't go live on Twitch. What's going on here? Stream. Can I do that? No? Alright, give me just a second. I'll kind of explain what this live stream is going to be. I figured that a live stream might be more beneficial to a lot of brand new players to Palia, so that if they join in this live stream, they can ask me questions and I can answer them right on the spot. This is not going to be a super long live stream like some of my other ones where I play the game for 3 hours. I'm not necessarily going to be playing Palia. I kind of want to do a walkthrough and explain a lot of things that brand new players to Palia aren't going to know. So if you've been playing Palia for a couple months or a couple years, you probably are already going to know most, if not all, of this information already. So just note that going forward. But if you have been playing Palia for quite a while and you're in here and you're in chat, if somebody has a question, maybe you can also answer it if I don't see it or if I don't get to it in time. So I kind of want to do a walkthrough and also answer questions for people at the same time. I see a ton of brand new players asking questions. Why? Because Palia kind of just throws us to the wolves, right? They don't do a very good job of answering questions. It is what it is. We're just fed to the wolves, and people have questions. So I want to cover a lot of like the housing plot stuff, the crafting stuff, like the crafters themselves, storage chests, just a lot of the questions that I have answers to. And I'm actually going to pull up my notepad because I jotted down a lot of things. I also have tips and tricks for a lot of people who are brand new that may not already know these things. So that's what we're going to do. So just know I'm not really going to be playing Palia. I know the new patch just came out, but that's not really what we're here for. I'll do that on my own time and then maybe get Meg in here at some point and we can play. But that's not what I wanted. Just bear with me for a second. I think I'm live. It says I am. I'm trying to pull up my chat here really quick just so I can see it. And if Meg gets in here at some point, she can moderate for me. Maybe. Possibly. Dismiss. There we go. Okay. Perfect. We've got that pulled up. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in here. I'm going to pull up my notepad while this is loading. Oops, you saw it. Okay. Can I make it bigger? There we go. I guess I'm in Bahari right now. We're gonna... Oh, that's the lunar path. Man, I'm itching to check out some of this new stuff. But we're not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna try to... You are live! Hey, Vicky, how are you? We are not playing the new patch today. We are going to be answering questions for new players. So if you want to stick around and we get new players that join in here, Vicky, maybe you can answer some questions too. I don't know if I said it already, but I will have this readily available afterwards. That way people who kind of join in late can still get the answers to their questions that they have. Looks like we have to talk to Kenley, who is underground here.
So glad to see you.
All right. I'm not trying to give any spoilers. I never really read what they say anyways. Sometimes I do, but right now I'm not worried about it.
I was hard at work.
Yes, check the billboard. We will do that later. Don't give me that right now. No quests. There is a quest. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's take that off for a second. Also, I'm gonna leave my party with my child. All right. First things first. I have a lot of people who get questions. I'm gonna move this for a second. I have a lot of people who get questions about the housing plots. Yeah. Hello, Dragonbite. How are you? Okay, housing plots. Getting back on track here. The whole buying a new plots type of sort of thing. So if you're brand new to Palia, like I said a couple minutes ago, we're fed to the wolves, and a lot of people don't know this information. So, and I kind of want to take this nice and slow for people, and for people who are going to watch this after the fact. It's really not that complicated, but if you want a brand new plot, let's say you got into Palia 2 or 3 months ago and you've already filled up your first 2 plots. Well, just know that the first 2 that you get are free. Palia gives those to you. But any of the plots that you want afterwards, after you've already filled your first 2, you do have to purchase them. Now, your first plot that you're going to purchase, Vicky, quote me if I'm wrong, but is it 10,000 gold or is it more than that? Stream is buffering. It's okay for me, no buffering. It might be you, Dragonbite. I have very, very good internet. Very, very good internet. Vicky, let me know if it does start buffering for you. I'll try to do something about that. Like I was saying, the brand new plot that you unlock, I believe it's 10,000 gold. I want to say ish, maybe 20,000. No, not the first one, the next ones, like after the first 2 free ones that you get, you'll have to unlock it with gold. You'll pay money, and then every one after that also costs you more money, and they get more expensive. So if you're brand new to Palia, don't worry about this a whole lot. Don't stress it, because it's going to take you a while to fill those first 2. So you're probably looking at unlocking a brand new plot and you're like, oh my gosh, why does that cost so much gold? Well, by the time you fill these first 2, you're going to have enough money to buy your next one. So don't stress it too much. Like for me, if I want a new one, it's 100,000 gold. But I still have these 2 that I have yet to fill. So I don't stress it too much. And it takes a while. If you're not playing like me every single day, it does take a while to fill these first 2. But I did have a question in my comments on YouTube, how to get new plots. And this is where you go. So if you're on PC, you're going to hit H, and you're going to go up here to this little drop-down box. And that's where you can get your new plot if you're needing one anyways. Another question about housing plots is how to add on an editor. So you're going to click this little guy right here with the person and the little settings thing. Hello, Tony. How are you? We're just doing a run through on Palia right now, just answering people's questions. So we're not really necessarily playing Palia. We're just doing a little walkthrough, answering questions. The most common brand new player questions. So when you add an editor, you're going to click that little dude with the setting. You're going to go to security, And then right here where it says add players, you have to know their name, obviously. You'll type them in here. Like I could do Vicky. Like this. And then you would say no entry. Say it's somebody who's being rude or mean to you. You can put this, put them on this no entry list and they can never come to your plot. Or you can add them on as editor. Now, what does editor actually do? Well, it allows them to come onto your plot and move things around. They cannot dig in your chest, so they cannot go into your inventory and pull things out. They cannot take anything or steal anything from you. They can only place things and move things that you have put down for them, or things that are already down, they can move those. So let's say you wanted help building something. Well, they would have to build all of the things, place them down, and then they can move them. So that's kind of how that works. The other questions, I'm looking at my notepad over here. How and where to purchase new houses, we already did that. How to create editors, we just did that. How to open and close your plot to the public. Okay, right here actually, still in the same tab under security. Closed means that only the villagers can enter your plot. So if I were to click this, none of my friends or anybody else who's doing like home tours and stuff like that, nobody else can join besides people like Tish and Reth and Ani, people like that. Only the NPCs, the villagers. Friends and party members may visit anytime. So these are only people who are on my friends list or who I'm in a party with. And then open is any player, anybody who isn't even your friend, people who are doing plot tours who aren't your friends, anybody. And I'm actually going to close this for right now. So that is how you do that. Oh, I'm here. Hello, Meg. All right, next thing, decor limit explanation. Decor limit. Oh, right. So decor limit, as you can see right here, you have up to a 3,500 limit. This does not count against buildings. So the cottages, I was going to pronounce alchemist wrong. It doesn't count against the cottages or the Grand Harvest House or the courtyards, stuff like that. It doesn't count against that. So if you want to add a building on here, it's not going to go into effect to your decor limit. Plants are also not going to be in this because plants have their own decor limit. This is literally everything else. Once you reach this limit, you cannot place anything else down unless you are building off grid. And what I mean by that is building off of this little off the checkered spots. And I'll get into that in just a second if people want me to cover how to build off grid, because I have done it in the past in previous videos. But once you reach this, you have to delete some things or take some things off of your plot in order to put something else new down. So this is kind of aggravating sometimes because like what I did with my very first plot, I had a lot of these little pavers. I had the stone ones that look like this. I had them all over my plot and they take up your decor space. So I was left having so much of this grid space left that I couldn't build on. So if you're brand new to Palia and you're building on your plot, take that into consideration when you're placing things like this right here. All these little pavers that are really close together, maybe try to space them out a little bit and save some of your decor limit space, because I had that huge problem, and then I had to go back through and delete some of those pavers and really spread them out so I could fit other things onto my plot. Also be mindful when you're building on your plot, and this decor limit is what you're actually building. Like if you get an idea in your head and you kind of know how many things you're going to be putting on your plot. Don't put anything extra because you're not going to be able to finish your idea if you reach your limit. So just kind of, you know, take that for what it is, I guess. I don't really have too much else to say about the decor limit. I'm going to drink my coffee here real quick. Now I got the stream to work. Good. Good deal, Dragon. Okay. Next thing. Covered that. How to build off your... Okay, that was my next thing, was how to build off of your grid. I get this question a lot when brand new players are doing housing tours and they see that somebody has this big, extravagant thing that's way off their grid. They're like, whoa, how'd they do that? Well, if you take... I don't really want to mess up anything on my plot. I think I might have some floors in here. Excuse me, lantern. Floor, not wall. Oh yeah, we go. We got some. Okay, so decide where you're gonna want to build this. Maybe I'll go way over here where I know I have some space. I think I drank too much coffee, you guys. I'm shaking. My whole body is shaking. Like I'm having a stroke or something. Okay. So as you can see, I'm on the grid. You want to start on the grid for you to be able to build off the grid. Now, I don't want to build into this hill because that's not going to work. We're not going to be able to go up a hill. I could maybe try doing it over here. You want to be able to have a flat surface that you're going to like build to. But if we start on the grid, we can build off the grid. And we can keep building and building and building and building. Now, this is how people build towers. This is how I built my lake house that I have on my one plot. But yeah, and as you can see, like I said, you're going to want a flat place to build to. Because as you get closer to this area, you can see that the floor starts to kind of glitch a little bit because there's hills and things like that. So keep in mind when you're doing this about your landscape that you've chosen. Maybe you'd want to do this on a more flatter landscape. And by landscapes, I mean these thingies. These. You know, whichever one you have. Like this one. This looks a lot more flat. There's not a ton of hills, like right up against the plot. The default one is great to build off grid because it's another really flat one. But that's literally all you have to do is just keep building and building and building. What up? Hi, Speedy or Samurai. I don't know what you want me to call you, Speedy or Samurai. I think I like Samurai better just because people in the Discord will know who you are. What's going on the Palia stream? Well, we're not really playing Palia today. We're kind of just doing like a walkthrough explaining things to brand new players because I get a lot of questions sometimes in the Discord, YouTube comments. I see a lot of people typing in chat like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I did have somebody comment on one of my YouTube videos and they said that they couldn't find a YouTube video where somebody explained everything. They kind of like glance over things, or they talk about something but they don't go too in depth with it, so they don't really get all of the information that they need. So that's what we're doing. Samurai it is. Okay, cool. I'm assuming you're at work right now. How to add landscapes. Okay, so like I just showed you with the landscapes here, this is where you're gonna find them. If you click on this little dude with the settings and you hit landscapes, once you've purchased one, this is how you will change it. So if I want to do autumn acres, I just click on it like this. As you can see, it's unlocked because I've already bought it. Activate. I'll show you in a second where to buy them, but that's how you'll change your landscape. I'm going to change it back really quick. Now, how do you purchase them? If you are on PC and you, nope, that's not it. If you hit I and you go to the premium store, you will have to pay real money for these. So these aren't something you're given for doing a quest. These aren't gifted. You do have to purchase these. If you go right here to this little moon with the mountain and the water, these are going to be all the landscapes. And as you can see, they do cost the premium coins. So you would go up here, you would click on the amount that you're needing by looking at this number right here, this first number, and then you'll pay with a credit or debit card, whichever one you're wanting. I probably shouldn't have did that. Okay. Cancel that. But yeah, that's how you'll get those. And then you'll go to where I said and you can activate them. Working for the man. Yeah. Weird. We're all working for the man, aren't we? How to edit houses. The marker. Oh, yeah. So people were... Am I hitting escape on my... Oh, I think my phone is butted right up against the escape tab. Okay, we're going to stop doing that. We're going to stop doing that before I choke slam somebody. And I'm talking about myself. So if you go into like your housing build mode, if you hit H and you hover over a house, you can click this little edit button. And if there are people who have been playing Palia for like a year or 6 months or whatever, and you're just tuning in, this is probably not going to be the live stream for you. But hold on before you leave. If you have questions, there are some veteran players in here who can answer your questions. If you're brand new, this will be the live stream for you. I may answer questions that you have. And if I don't, ask them. Ask them in the chat. Vicky can answer. Meg can answer. Anybody who's been playing Palia for quite a while, they can answer your questions. Going back to this. So you click this little thingy right here, right? And you can... like edit, basically, is what I'm trying to, can I turn? No, I can't turn. Okay, hold on. So like, taking off walls, taking off doors, opening doors completely so that there's no actual door, like the door frame. You can open the door frame. You can make the frame, the door frames on the walls. As you can see, I have door frames in here, but there are places like right here where I've completely taken the wall out. That is where you do all of this stuff. So like this right here where it's a solid wall, I could completely open up the wall. I could put a door there. You can also do your roofs. Nice noise? Huh? Tony, what are you talking about? You can do a flat roof. You can do a just a standard roof. Things like that. That's where you're going to do all of this. And then this one right here is for opening up the floor or closing off the floor. So for people who want like a completely open 2-story, you would do the open floor. If you want to put stairs in there, I would probably do this option, but that's how you do that. Also note, I did talk about in one of my other videos that when you are trying to merge your cottages together, it's best if you take everything off. If you take the ivy off, if you take the windows off, if you close all of your walls off and remove your stairs, remove your doors, things like that, they will be able to stack and merge more easier. I did run into a few problems where I knew that my cottages could merge or stack, but they just weren't doing that. And I was getting really, really frustrated. And I was like, why is this not working? Well, I ended up taking everything off. I took all of the furniture out. I did the roof flat. I made it as basic looking as I possibly could, and it finally merged, or it stacked on top of one another. I can't talk today. So yeah, just go ahead and remove everything if it's not working for you, and then it'll probably work better. Also, I did see in the Palia Discord, somebody said one time that you could actually, you made a funny noise. I did? I don't know what sound it was, but I'm glad it was funny. I'm just here to entertain you, Tony. That's all. What was I saying? I don't remember now. Thanks, Tony. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, just remove all the stuff. Oh, it came back to me. I saw in the Discord that if you leave your plot after you've removed everything off of the cottages and then you come back, it just might love you a little bit more and it'll stack or it will merge. You always entertain. I do try. I do try. How are we looking over here? Okay. Next thing. How to edit. We already did that. Gardening. If y'all have any other questions regarding housing plots, ask in the chat, and I can surely answer. Okay, gardening. We're gonna come over here to my ratchet garden that has a bunch of weeds and stuff. Your best friend is going to be the gardening generator. I'm gonna maybe pull it up over here so that I can show you guys. This thing is great for people who want to make the most out of their garden, who want the best quality, who want to make the most profit. Is like number one. This is the number one way to kind of gauge what profit you're going to make before you make it, and how to set up your garden that's going to be best for what you're trying to do with it. Palia gardening generator, and it's going to be, I'm going to pull this over here really quick. If you type in Palia gardening generator, you're going to want to open up this one. So this one's okay, but open up this one, because right here it will tell you which crops do what. So there are certain benefits that each crop will give. Some give the same benefit. So with this little water droplet right here, these are the water retention crops. So these are the crops that will water other crops. Now, the trick is that you cannot plant them, like you can't plant tomatoes next to tomatoes, because that will exit or like X out the benefit that it's going to give you. So if I were to plant tomatoes next to potatoes, that's not going to work either, because they're both water retaining. If I were to plant a tomato next to rice, that will work. The rice will give a harvest increase to the tomato, and the tomato will water the rice. So just note that if you take everything off of your soil plot, like say everything is done growing and you take everything off, you might have to come back to this generator to remember which ones can't be planted next to each other. So that's the only reason why I don't use it personally, is because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to remember what goes where. But if you want to make the most money, if you're really trying to build up your gold and you have, you know, your whole garden set up, use this. It's great. And like I'll put in here, let's say I wanted to do, you can drag and drop. It's going to start, once you start doing this, you start planning out your garden. Right here, it's going to tell you what's going on. And then right here, it's giving me my profit. my average gold that I'm making per growth tick. It's telling me that right there. So yeah, you can just kind of keep coming in here. This is going to keep going up. It's going to keep telling you what you're getting here. So this is great. I love this for a lot of people who need it. And they do update this quite frequently. So if anything changes, you'll know that it's good to go and it's up to date. So that's great for people who want to make a lot of gold with their garden and they don't really know how to do it. Oh my God, your plot is so nice. Well, thank you, Dragon. I'm working on my 4th plot right now. This one is pretty much full. I do have plot tours on my YouTube channel. There's a few videos where I do plot tours. There's actually another live where I did a plot tour. So if you guys want to see my entire plot, you can check those out. I did have a question about how to remove a plant once it's already planted. Let's say you made a mistake. You're using the garden generator and you accidentally put a tomato next to another tomato. If you pull out your hoe and instead of tilling it, like doing this, you use the opposite button. So for PC, it would be right click. You hold down the right mouse button over the crop and it takes it away. So that's how you can get rid of those. It doesn't, I don't think it does. Hold on. No, it doesn't give you the seed back and it doesn't give you the crop back. Just keep that in mind that it's going to be a waste. But if you did it by mistake, then obviously it wouldn't be a waste because you don't want it there. You want to make the most profit. So you're not going to want a tomato next to a tomato. But yeah, that's how you'll remove those. Also, the other question I was seeing a lot was, why can I not move my garden soil thingy-majiggies, these? Why can't I move these? Well, as you can see, if I try to pick this up, unable to gather, garden must be empty and untilled. So it takes a little bit of time if you've already tilled your garden, like what I just did here. That's tilling it. You want them like this, where it's completely empty. So I wouldn't want the spicy beans right here. I would have to wait until the spicy beans grow and the tilling spot right here is completely gone. Then I would be able to pick it up and move it. Also, another question I was getting about the garden is, how do we get more soil plots? If you have 81 squares total, or you have 9 of these, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. You cannot get any more. Even on another housing plot, you can't. If you want to pick up, let's say you have your garden on one plot and you want a garden on your other plot that you're creating, you would have to pick all of these up, or some of them, and move them over to your other plot. You cannot go back to 𝐓𝐷𝐷𝐸 and get more soil plots. This is it. This is all they give us. So it's 81 squares in total, and that's it. Unfortunately, they haven't added any more into the game. So once you've bought your 9 soil plots from 𝐓𝐷𝐷𝐸, that's it for your garden. That's all you get. Yes, I need gold. Always run out of gold. Yeah. It's very easy to run out of gold, actually. It's quite easy to do that. Let me pull my notepad back up here. Somehow. There we go. We did that. Yep, we did that. Yes, we did that. So I think that was basically all the questions that I had for, oh wait, I think somebody did ask how to water your garden faster. Well, if you have the exquisite watering can, which if you're brand new, you probably don't, but if you work up to it, you can unlock your recipe for your exquisite watering can from 𝐓𝐷𝐷𝐸, because I'm sure the people that are asking this, they're kind of looking at other people who are watering their garden super, super fast, like where you can do this, where they're all filling at the same time, that is with the Exquisite watering can. And also, if you have the Exquisite watering can and you're watering your garden like this, this is what I used to do. See how long that took me? That's too long. That is way too long. Now watch this. Stand in the middle. Aim for the very middle of whatever crop is in the center, and it'll water so much faster. It's just a little gardening tip I have. Looking over here at my notepad, crafting information. So we're gonna be now going into like these types of crafters. How do I get more crafters? If you're placing a crafter on your plot and it says something like limit reached or whatever, that is because you have to go to City Hall and purchase another crafting license. Now, what this does is it allows you to place one more crafter on your plot. And keep in mind that each crafting license that you buy, it gets more expensive with the next one. So it goes up, I think it's 1,000 gold per crafting license. So make sure you have enough gold when you go back to City Hall and you need more crafting licenses, because it's going to cost you a pretty penny. I think I'm up to like 16 or 17,000 gold for another crafting license. So keep that in mind. I did have another question on why we can't place these types of crafters on builders' floors. Well, you can, but if I place this up here and I leave, and I'll show you, and then I'll explain why this is happening. This is going to be for the people who are trying to build a cute little area for their crafters to go. This isn't going to work, you guys. The snow. I hate snow, but that was really cute. That was really cute. I'm itching to go check out this new patch. So look where it is, you guys. It found a new home way over here. Why? Because Palia does not allow us to put crafters up on top of builders' floors that are not connected to the ground. So if this floor was down here, I could put a crafter on it. But because it's not anchored to the floor, I can't put a crafter up there. So just keep that in mind. If you're building something cute and fancy like this and you're like, oh, I can't wait to put my crafters up here, you're not going to be able to, because Palia doesn't want you to. It's going to suck the fun right out of your build. You're not going to be able to put anything up there. You can put your glowworm farms. You can put these up here. That's not a problem. Pretty sure you can put your seed makers up here too. As you can see, this floor right here is not anchored to the ground, and my glowworm farm is up there. But these crafters, even your bench, your modification bench, your sawmill, these ones, those can't go up here, unfortunately. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put this back real quick. But yeah, your floor has to be anchored to the ground. So just keep that in mind. Not trying to spoil your build fun, but I'm gonna save you time, because I saved myself 0 time, because I built this to put my crafters up there and I couldn't do it. It was not a good day that day. Good to know. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. You're very, very much welcome. All right, next thing. Where to... Okay, we already did that. miscellaneous information. A lot of people ask me, where the heck do I get 𝐓𝐿 seeds? So let's go to where you can get them, and let's check out the snow. We're gonna check out the snow while we do this. Hey, the fairgrounds are open for people who don't know. We are going to skedaddle on over to the Night Sky Temple, and I'll show you where that's at on the map so that you're tracking. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. I love this. This is super cool. 𝐓𝐿𝐿. Oh my god. This is fun, you guys. Usually unsticking yourself. Yeah, usually unsticking yourself will help. It looks like unsticking myself and switching to another server is not going to help me right now. Might have to restart my game. That's unfortunate. Oh, I love Palia. I love it so much. I'm gonna check chat here real quick while I try to unstick myself. Hello. How are you? What does that say? It's Ray. Can I call you Nene? It's or Ray? I don't know. My eyes like go cross-eyed when I read that name for some reason. I really can't. All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna restart here. Mother effer. Like Assassin's Creed loading screen. Yeah, it's fun. It's so much fun. Goodness gracious. Nene is actually my nickname. Okay, cool. We're gonna call you Nene. And hello, Nene. How are you? That was chaos. If this keeps doing this, I might just punch my monitor. I'm hearing a slight breeze, and that's not a good sign. That better be from the patch and not putting me back into the nether. What do I do? What do I do? I can't even. Well, it was a great live stream, you guys. What the frick? I wonder if other people are having this problem. Can you go back to your plot? Oh, good idea, Meg. And maybe we'll just leave from my plot, because that seemed to work last time we tried to go somewhere. It let me leave my plot earlier. Meg, you just saved me. You just freaking saved me. What the hell was that? Oh, thank gosh. So how are you coping with the paving stones being all wonky? Papa, what is he talking about? Papa, are you in here? Are you in my live stream? He's probably not in here right now. He just messaged me on Palia and said that the pavers are being wonky. Meg, they stole your name. It's an imposter. Oh my gosh, the snow is so beautiful. Oh, it is. I can hear the breeze. This is so pretty. Holy crap. I'm gonna... Oh, I hate that it does this. Let's talk to Papa for a second. What the heck are you talking about? And join... No. Join? Alright. So... we're gonna run over to, the Night Sky Temple so we can finish what we were talking about before we were rudely interrupted. Not by Papa. By the Nether. So, on your map, if you look at Leafhopper Hills, it's going to be this little thingy right here. This is where you're going to go. And this is answering the question about... Oh my gosh, that bug looked bigger than it did before for a second. But I'm just tripping. Do you know if there was snow like this last year? I actually didn't play Palia last year. I started in June of this year. But I do know that I've seen pictures of past things, like patches during the winter time, and I have seen that they used to be able to do the snowball fights and stuff. So yes, I'm 99% sure that there's been snow already. That's okay. I don't want to be a mama anyways. I'm a hoe. Yes, we've all have established this. Okay, so you're in the Night Sky Temple, right? You're gonna go to this little green leaf right here. You're gonna complete all of these. So give it all this stuff, give it all this stuff, all your medallions, and then all of this stuff. And it will give you the ancient Ghouldr statue. And that is how you're going to be able to get flow tree seeds. And I'll show you what that looks like. We're gonna go back to my plot because I wanna finish on with this live stream. Because I still want people to be able to watch this after I'm done being live, for brand new players, so they can still get all the answers to their questions that they need. So I still want to continue the live stream for what it was originally intended for. So we're gonna go find a fast travel and go back home. Am I tripping? The snow is making it look like the layout is different, but it's really not. It's not different. It's just making me go cross-eyed. I love the flow tree seeds. Yes, I do too. I love them so much. They're so pretty. That's a big pile of snow. All right, so let's go back home. Do not put me in the Nether. Don't you dare. Okay. Beautiful. What do I have mail for now? Hey, we got some gifts. All right. Light candles with 8 villagers. That sounds cool, but we're not going to do that right now. Take that off. So this is what your ancient Ghouldr statue will look like. It's this little thing right here with this little green bag. If we pick this up, see, I got a flow tree seed. Now, sometimes, most of the time, I should say, it's going to give you just a normal tree seed, not one that has the flow with it. It doesn't, it's not flowing. But sometimes it will give you an actual flow tree seed, like one of these, like the acorns, or one of these. Now, when you plant this, we're going to go over to my flow garden. Let it load. Oh, your name is hilarious, by the way. Tish is my favorite. I love her so much. So it's not to be disrespectful. It's because I want Tish to do things to me. So once you plant this, it will grow into a beautiful flow tree, and then it will kindly give you another flow tree seed. So this is how you're going to get most of your seeds, is by fully growing a flow tree and then getting the seed, and then you plant another and another and another, and it just goes on and on for forever until your plot is completely full with flow trees. So that's how you get those. So just go to the Night Sky Temple, complete the roots bundle, and then I think it's called the Temple of the Roots or something like that. Or what's it called, Meg? Something roots. It's the green leaf one. Complete that. You'll get your statue, and then you'll be on your way to Flow Tree Victory. Next thing. Hi. Oh, hey, Papa. I'm sorry. I didn't even look up to see that you were in here. Hold on. The paving stones are all the same size? What are you talking about? Meg, did I not say that they were going to break something else before they fixed their other stuff? Well, they done did it now. They haven't even fixed our flowers that won't grow, and now our pavers are broken. If you want a video on what I hate most about Palia, I'll certainly make one, and it's going to be like 4 hours long. This is ridiculous. Rip. Exactly. Rip to my soul right now. This is absolutely preposterous. Okay. Moving on from my rant. Flow tree seeds, we did that. Ancient tree seeds. So these beautiful purple ones, let me get to a spot where you can actually see them. This little guy in this pot right here, he's an ancient tree. If you're brand new, if you just started Palia a few days ago, you're not going to be able to get these just yet. You have to unlock Elderwood first. So once you have unlocked Elderwood, you'll know, because you'll complete a quest, and then you'll be able to go to Elderwood. Do I really want to click this and be sent to the Nether? You know what? We're going to try it anyways. But if you go to Elderwood, if you've finally unlocked it, you'll go and you'll just start chopping those trees down. Now, do note that even though you're brand new and you have Elderwood unlocked already, you're not going to be able to just come in here and chop down the big ones. If you want to, you can get into a party and they can help you chop them down, but you'll have to run around and chop down these, and you will possibly be able to get an ancient tree seed. Once you get an ancient tree seed, take it back to your... Thanks for that. Once you get one, and you're not going to get one every single time. You might get one to like 10 to 15 trees. So you just keep chopping and chopping and chopping, and then you'll get the little thing in your inventory that'll say ancient tree seed. See, I'm not getting one. But it'll look like a little purple bulb type of thing. I'm not going to keep chopping because I don't want to do this forever and not get one. Oh, we can't go back home yet. Okay. But take that little bulb back to your plot. If you hover over it, it should say ancient tree seed. And you'll plant that, let it grow fully. So once you cannot water it any longer, it should say collect when you walk up to it. Collect that. That's going to give you another ancient tree seed. Plant that and continue on. No, my pavers, I'm scared to see. Yeah. My whole plot is broken now. I'm so sorry, Papa. Yeah, Nene, I'm scared to death too, because my first plot is completely covered in those. They just love breaking stuff, I swear. They're like, oh, here, we're going to give you some really cool stuff, but we're going to break everything in the process. Gook. Stupid. Didn't I say moving on from my rant? Chests. Okay, this is a big one. Like I said when I started this live stream, Palia kind of just like feeds us to the wolves and they don't explain things very well. So we kind of just are forced to ask questions and figure things out on our own. So I could go back to 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Let's hope this works, fingers crossed. The game will give you, when you first start out in Palia, the game will give you your recipe for your first chest. Once you have made enough gold, you'll come to 𝐓𝐿𝐴, and one, you're also going to find that you need more space, like your inventory is really full, your chest inventory. You're going to go to 𝐓𝐿𝐴, and like I said, you're going to want to have some gold on hand that you don't care about spending. You're going to scroll down here past all the wallpapers, and if you see these right here, these are the recipes for your new chests. So you will have this one, and then if you have 10,000 gold and your inventory is pretty full, I would recommend to buy this next recipe. So you take this recipe, buy it, I mean, and then go back to your housing plot, go to your bench, where your crafting bench, where you craft things, and you're going to want to pick up one of these, or if not all of them, because you're going to need one of these to create one of these. Okay. The other question I got was, how many chests can I have per plot? And the answer is 8. 8 to 1 plot. And the overall inventory amount that you can have, the largest amount of space that you can have to 8 chests is 14,000 items. So if you have 6 chests on one plot, just know that you can make 2 more. And if you're at the Palium storage chest recipe, you've made these, the most that you can have is 14,000. So keep that in mind. You can mix and match. You can have 2 different chests on your plot at the same time. But just know, if you want to make this one, you need one of these. If you want to make this one, you need one of these. If you want to make this one, you're going to need one of these. So just keep that in mind. Also, I do believe you have to be at a certain level to unlock some of these. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I had to be a certain level until I could unlock my Palium one. But yeah, that's... I completely forgot all this. I've finished game pretty much. This is good to go. Yeah. I'm really hoping that anybody else who's brand new to Palia and they watch the live stream after the fact, they will learn some things. Because I know people have questions. I know they do. They ask it in Discord. They ask it in the chat. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this video will help at least one person. I only have the round ones. Oh. That just... Oh, hey, Vicky. That really stinks. That really sucks. I'm scared to go look at my other plot. So we talked about the chest, how to get the new recipes, how many you can have, and the max limit. So my next couple of things I want to talk about are just some tips. So my first one is going to be those balloons that you can get at Maji Market or at the fairgrounds. You can call it Maji Market, fairgrounds, whatever you want to call it. It's where you can go play the games and stuff. These ones right here. These balloons. Sometimes you get these as prizes, but most of the time you have to purchase these with the Maji Market tickets, which are going to be these right here. The Maji Market tickets. They're blue with a little moon on them. You get them from playing the balloon pop game and the choppa chase. So if you get one of these balloons and you're like, oh wow, yeah, it's really cute, you know, it's just kind of sitting there, take out your arrow and pop it. Wow. I figured this out from Meg, like, I don't know, a week or two ago. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. She came on my plot and she was popping the balloons and I was like, whoa, you can do that? It's so fun. If you have a lot of them, you can get some friends on your plot and just pop balloons too. I was like, that's kind of cool. I never knew that. Oh, this one too. I figured this out not too long ago. So if you are in some romance relationships and you're like, man, I really don't want to have to wait to flirt with them over and over and over again to get this level up, you can actually give them Heart Drop Lily and boxes of chocolate. If you have reached the romance part of it, like if you're in a romance relationship with them already and you want to get this up faster, just like with the daily gifts that you give to other people, you can actually give them Heart Drop Lily or a box of chocolates, and that will boost this level a lot. So I figured that out and I was like, man, I've wasted so much time trying to level up my romance with people, and I could have been doing that all along. Just note that you do have to wait a week to give them another one. And if you give them a Heart Drop Lily, it's not going to let you give them a box of chocolates the next day because you've already given them a romance gift. So keep that in mind. And that's a good idea to know so that you can hold on to your Heart Drop Lily that you get from your goobies. Because the goobies, the ranching animals, the little squishy jelly guys, they will give you Heart Drop Lily now so that you don't have to go into Bahari and aimlessly search for Heart Drop Lily if you're trying to romance some people. So hold on to your Heart Drop Lily, buy a couple boxes of chocolates, and get that romance up 10 times faster. Oh, you learned it from Reddit? Reddit is a freaking cesspool, but it is good for some Palia info. That's awesome. Yeah, isn't it, Dragon? I thought that was super cool. The balloons and the Heart Drop Lily thing. Your focus bar can be Meg. Okay, yeah. So Meg also told me this, and I've played Palia for this long and never knew it. If you go to the Dragon Shrine, the one that's over in the Hollow, I think it's called 𝐁𝐿𝐲 Hollow or something like that. What's it called, Meg? I'll show you where it is. Where you can find the Duskwing butterfly. I believe it's called 𝐁𝐿𝐲 Hollow or something like that. It's the main Dragon Shrine. Yep, 𝐁𝐿𝐲's Hollow, right here. This, hover over it, it's right here, this Dragon Shrine. If you go and you commune to it over and over and over again, or if you have enough renown, this stuff right here, you can continuously give it these by communing to it, and it will actually boost your focus bar. So as you can see, mine is at 1,000. So if you take a look at this and it says 350 or it says 500 or it says 100, go to the Dragon Shrine, give it some of these, get it up to 1,000. And Meg kind of like brought it to my attention that this is why people craft, or I'm sorry, cook a lot of the top tier focus foods, the ones like, as you can see, veggie chili starred will give you a little bit over 1,000 focus points. This is why people make this stuff, is because they need it, because they've maxed out their focus. And this is going to allow you to eat just one of these and have your focus fuller for longer, so that you're not constantly, like if this was at 500, I would be, eating some focus and this would go down super fast. And then, I'd have to make more focus food and get it back up. Also, the reason why you're wanting to keep your focus up if you're brand new is because you're going to gain more XP by having this full. So that's going to help you level up faster, right? So if you're out mining, you're out hunting, you're out fishing, and this is empty or it's really low, you're not going to level up as fast. So keep this full. Keep eating your focus food while you're doing your activities, and you'll notice that you start gaining these levels a lot faster. So just a good tip. Everybody can thank Meg for that. My slow burn was all for naught. Tish deserved better. You're funny. What else do I have? Ooh, more plushie pods that I probably already have. Cool. Oh, I'm gonna look through my tips really quick, and I'm just gonna make sure I don't have to go back to my plot, because this next one, it looks like I do. Gain extra SP, we talked about that. Okay, so I just have 2 more. I'm gonna go back to my plot for this. 2 more tips. If anybody else, like Vicky or Meg or Nene, if Papa too, Dragon, you two, if you guys have any other tips, put them in the chat, because I will leave the chat readily available for people that want to re-watch this stream or watch it for the first time. They'll be able to see some good tips in there if you guys have any. And this is obviously for brand new players. So if it's things that you think a new player may not know, go ahead and start typing away, because I'm sure there's some tips that I may not have covered. There are tips that I have covered in other videos, but not everybody has watched those. So it's okay if it's a tip that I've already covered. Just go ahead and type it in. Wallpapers. This was my next one. I don't think, oh yeah, I do. If you go to one of your houses that has a wallpaper on it, this was a question that I had, I believe it was in my YouTube comments, how to remove the wallpapers. If you walk up to it and you're in this mode, like your build mode, hit G and you can take it off. So you do have to be in your build mode with, with this grid, and walk up to it and just hit G and it'll take it off for you. I'll fix that later. I'm not too worried about that right now. I only cause chaos and not tips. Meg, get out. Oh, this other one too. If you help other people with their farm, you will gain so much more XP for animal husbandry. So much more. Like, if you go into your own farm and you're feeding and petting your own animals, you'll gain, like, I think it's like 10 or 15 or sometimes 3 XP. Well, if you go help your friends and you collect what their animal is giving, it's not going to put it in your inventory. So just keep that in mind. If it says collect, you can still press collect, but it's not going to give you those items. It's going to give you the XP for basically helping that person. And I've seen up to 200 XP from collecting things, from collecting, I should say, from other people's farm animals. And then when you're feeding and petting them, it's like between 20 and 40 XP. So it's quite a big jump if you're helping other people with their animal husbandry stuff. So if you want to get that level up and you're trying to unlock some goobies, or you're trying to unlock your next animal, go help some people out. They don't even have to be your friend. You just have to go onto their plot and say, hey, can I help you with your animals? You can go into their farm and you can help them out. There's going to be a lot of people who don't keep up with their animals because they're constantly doing other things in the game. So yeah, grab a friend, help them out. Meg, don't leave. I was just kidding. JK, LOL. Yeah, go help them out and you'll get that level up super, super quick. But eat before you do it. Have some focus food on you. The other thing, I will go back out here. Remember when I said I didn't have any other tips for being off of my plot? Well, I do. I lied. I have one more that I'm thinking of in my head. And this is actually a pretty good one, especially if you're running around with a party, and especially for people who don't want to stop every single 5 seconds to collect things. Well, let me show you a little trick here. I'm going to need to find some choppa. Do choppa not like snow? Where are they all at? Winter hit and they said, all right, I'm going to head out, I guess. We could find some sarnak. Here we go. Here's one. All right, I'm just going to hit a few of these, and I'm going to leave the bags because the tip... Where are they? Just one little lonely 𝐓𝐞𝐫𝐫𝐶. I'm sorry, I hold my mouth open a lot when I'm catching all the flies. Okay, we're gonna put this away. All right, so you're doing your thing. You're mining. You're hunting. You're doing your thing. You got all these bags laying all over the place, and you're like, man, I gotta go collect them. I gotta stop every 5 seconds. No, you don't. Hit F, and immediately hit space. Hit F, immediately hit space. F and space simultaneously. I don't stop. I can keep running. It's great. You're out hunting. You don't want to stop. You don't have to. I don't know what it would be on like PlayStation or Switch, but I'm assuming it's just the collect and jump buttons. Sometimes you'll miss it, like I do sometimes, like if I don't hit it at just the right time or I don't hit them simultaneously. But it's just, you basically just do collect and then jump. Collect, jump. So you're doing collect, immediately hit space if you're on PC. And you don't have to stop. I love it. It's great. Works really well if you have a lot of bags laying around and you don't want to waste all that time stopping. I don't know if you mentioned it, but if you have to repair your tools, you can save resources by repairing them in town. Yes, I actually made a video where I talked about that. And I told everyone in the video that that's literally the only way that I repair my things, is going to 𝐓𝐿's or seafood. I call her seafood sometimes. I go to her and I repair. But for the people who don't have a crazy amount of gold and you don't like wasting your gold, it doesn't really cost that much. It costs you more time trying to get the resources to make the repair bags than it does just stopping by 𝐓𝐿's and repairing your stuff. That's a great tip, Dragon. Because I do that personally, but I also have a crap ton of gold, so I'm not really worried about it all too much. But yeah, that's what I do, is I just repair at 𝐓𝐿's. I'm always in town at some point. If I'm going to get my lucky coin, if I'm going to shop at Tish's, if I'm talking to people in town, I'm right there. I just repair my stuff, and I'm good to go. I don't have to go back to my plot and make repair bags and waste material. I mean, it's not really a waste, but I find that I need those materials to craft things, and I don't want to have to go back out and get those. I would rather spend a little bit of my gold and just repair all of my tools at the same time and not have to worry about foraging for materials to make repair kits. I think that was it for the tips that I had, honestly. I don't know if anybody else has anything to add in here. Maybe you do. But yeah, I think I've covered a lot of the questions that I was being asked, or a lot of the questions that I was finding in the Discord or in Palia chat. We could go back to my house. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of anything else that I may have missed or that other people may not know. Trying to think. I don't think I do. Brand new players may not know that the fairgrounds are only open for a week at a time. So if you're going and you're playing the balloon pop and you're doing the choppa chase and you're having a lot of fun, and then all of a sudden one day you log back in and it's not there anymore, you can't walk through the gate and you can't fast travel there, it's because it has closed. And Palia only opens up the Maji market or the fairgrounds for a week at every patch. So keep in mind that when they say a new patch is coming, that's when the Maji market is going to open up for a week. The 𝐓𝐞𝐫𝐫𝐸 coin thing, people sometimes wonder, for brand new players obviously, they wonder how we get the 𝐓𝐞𝐫𝐫𝐸 coins, which are these little things right here. If you visit 𝐓𝐞𝐫𝐫𝐸 shop, it's the pinkish purplish shop, not gels. It's the one in between gel and tissues. The guy with he's the little cat. You go to his shop and you go up to his register, buy just one thing, purchase one thing in his register, and at either 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. in game, whichever comes first for you, he will then send you in your mailbox here a lucky coin. You can take that lucky coin, go back to 𝐓𝐞𝐫𝐫𝐸's and use it at the little gumball machines. He has one in the basement, which is the underground. He's got a gumball machine down there, and then he's got one that's right next to the register. Put your coin in there and you have a chance to get ingredients, plushies, furniture, things like that. I don't think I have anything else to cover. I guess I will just leave the next few minutes open for anybody who wants to chime in and chat and ask any questions or put any tips or tricks in the chat that you might have. For anybody that's new to Palia, if you're just popping in, do note that I will have this live stream available for you to watch after the fact, so that way you didn't miss anything. I will also have the chat available so that you can read the chat and you can read any tips that anybody else has to put in here or any questions that anybody is asking in chat. But yeah, I'll just take the next few minutes to let anybody ask questions or leave any tips or tricks in the comments. My dog's flapping his ears. And now you're sneezing. Bless you. I just now noticed this. Even these ones are the same size, so now my paw prints are all messed up. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's so irritating. That is so irritating. This is off topic. Do you do any cooking parties? I'd love to join. I don't like to cook alone. Yes. Me and Meg have done quite a few of them. I will post in my Discord. So Nene, if you're not in my Discord, please join. Feel free to. I'm pretty sure you can find it in the description. I'm pretty sure I put my links in there, or in my bio. My Discord link is in there. And I usually say like when I'm going to go live on Palia, and you'll see me talking to Meg about doing a cooking party, or if there's a time that you're on Palia and you want to do a cooking party, I'm more than happy to do one. Dragon, you as well. Anybody else who's in here is free to join in on a cooking party. Just note that if there's too many of us, I don't like being a person to ask other people to leave the server. So I would probably leave it at like a 6-person minimum, just so that, you know, we're able to get onto the same server together. But yeah, I do cooking parties. Me and Meg just actually did one, and that's why I have all this veggie chili. But yeah, cooking parties are a good time. I don't like to cook alone either, Nene. I really don't. It's boring to me. And sometimes I think of it as like a waste of time. Like, I'm like, man, I could be doing so many other things and sitting here cooking right now. And it's just, a lot of recipes are just so many steps. But yeah, cooking parties, I'm down. Oh, this stuff is so cute. I can't wait to do something with this stuff. Obviously, it's not going to be today, but maybe later tonight if I get on and play. If you're brand new to Palia, try to hold on to a little bit of everything. You never know when you're going to need it. You don't know. That's another tip that I have for you guys. What is this? Pine amber? When the heck did I get that? I don't even have one of those, I don't think. I've never seen that before. I'm going to sell some of this stuff. We can open up our pods and see what we got. I don't have that one. I do have that one, though. Let's see. Check chat here. Just joined the Discord. Awesome. Happy to have you. I literally use the grill to level up because cooking is hard. That's funny. That is so funny. I use the grill to obviously grill all my meat for my animals. But, yeah, I can understand how cooking is boring and hard. It really is. We will leave just the next couple of minutes open while we go see what we got for our lucky coin. Butter. Watch. Oh, another tip that just popped in my head. If you are looking for something specific in Tish's shop or the underground, switch servers if you don't see it. So if you go into Tish's shop and you're like, man, I'm really looking for this Ravenwood floor decor, and you don't, which is usually right here, by the way. If you don't see it, you're like, oh, just a stupid trellis. I don't want that. I want to go see if I can find this thing that I'm looking for. If you have friends and they're in 𝐓𝐞𝐫𝐫𝐨, if you see this button right here, click it, click it, and it's going to take you back to where you were, but in a brand new server. And as you will see, oh my gosh, there's so many new things in here. So you might find what you're looking for if you just switch servers. If you switch servers, and then same thing with the underground. You know, we'll spend our coin down here. It's fine. Go down here. I did talk to Meg about this at one point, and it didn't work for her. And I'm thinking it may have been because we were in a party. Sometimes it doesn't work if you're in a party, but if you're not in a party and you're in the underground and you're shopping for something specific, you come down here and you're like, oh man, just a stupid ranch house bathtub, and you were looking for the Dragon Tide bathtub. All right, fine. Either go to your friends list over here, and if you see that somebody's in the underground and you can switch to them, do that, or come back up to the door and then wait for it to load. I was just working on my cooking accomplishments yesterday because I still need to get to level 20. Meg, I thought you already hit level 20. All right, you come back up, let everything load for just a second, turn around, go back down. That's a good tip. Yeah. I got some good tips. I mean, I've only been playing since, like I said, June of this year, but I have over 1,000 hours in this game, so I know a few things. I swear to God. My God. Okay. Hey, as you can see, it's all new. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. You show up in the nether. But, yeah, go back up, come back down, and you'll have some new stuff to look at. Pretty cool. You're level 18? I thought we got you to level 20. Well, Nay, looks like we'll be having another cooking party. And Dragon, if y'all want to get in a cooking party, maybe sometime this week or this weekend we can do another one. I'm sure Meg might be up to level 20 by then, but it's okay. Cooking parties are so fun. What were we doing? Did we spend our lucky coin yet? No, we didn't. Let's see what we got. Butter. Oh. I didn't have that. Valley Sunrise bookshelf? That's cute. Okay. All right, guys. Anyways, if nobody has anything else, weekend works better for me. Okay. Yeah. We will plan it. We'll plan it in the Discord for sure. But yeah, if anybody has anything else that they want to add in here or ask before I go ahead and end stream, and I'm ending early. Like I said in the beginning of this live stream, it wasn't going to be super long. I wasn't going to play the game. I was just kind of making a video. Think of this as a video for people who are brand new and have a lot of questions or want to know some good tips, because they can always come back and rewatch it if they want to. But yeah, if anybody has anything else to add, go ahead and add that in now. But I don't have anything else to share as of right now. As patches and, you know, updates and things like that come about, obviously I will be making more videos or maybe doing another live stream as things kind of develop, because things are always changing in this game. So, you know, there's always going to be a new tip or a new trick or more information to share with people. Finishing in the underground is also a good place to earn money. Fishing. Oh, I thought it said finishing. I'm sorry, I'm blind. Fishing. Yeah, fishing is a good way to make money. You can fish right here for people who don't know. Fish in these little bubbly circled spots, because those are going to give you the starred fish. And if you take, let's say I fished both of these spots and I got 2 starred fish. If I go back to my plot and I cook those, because it takes 2 fish to make 1 grilled fish dinner. You take those and you grill them. It's actually going to make you more money. So if you grill your starred fish and you sell that dish once you grill the fish, you're going to make more money than you would just selling those fish on their own. So yeah, that kind of led me into a good tip. So thank you, Dragon. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Ending early because the hubby's going to be home here soon. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody who joined in, for everybody who chatted some good tips. Thank you, Nene, for joining the Discord. Anybody else who is not in the Discord, feel free to join. And I will see y'all at the next stream or the next video, whichever comes first. And for anybody who watches this after the live stream is already over, I hope that this video helped you. I know that Palia can be very non-informative. So yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. But there we go. Hopefully this video helps one of you, if not all of you. And everybody have a wonderful Christmas if I don't talk to you again. And enjoy the rest of your day and week. See ya. Have a good day. You as well, Dragon. I love you all so much. And I will see y'all at the next stream. Bye, guys.